Hi, welcome to another episode of Star Wars News. Sorry. Something stuck in my throat there. Hello, welcome back to another episode of Star Wars News, the only Star Wars news channel that is 100% accurate 100% of the time. So, without further ado, let me get straight into this video. We've got some really exciting news about new characters within Star Wars Episode 9. So there will be new characters in Star Wars Episode 9, it being the 9th episode of Star Wars with new characters. So what they'll do is they'll introduce these characters into Episode 9, and these characters will talk to other characters within Episode 9. And what's really interesting about these new characters coming into the film is that there's going to be more characters within the film to talk to older characters that are already established within the film. Now, some of these characters will be played by other actors, some of them by a few more actors, or actresses, depending on what side of the scale they are, whether they are men, whether they are women, whether they're asexual alien creatures, who knows. But there will be new characters within Star Wars Episode 9 that are new to the story and integral to the story. Some will be very integral to the story, I'm sure. Some will not be so integral to the story, but that's because of the integralness of the characters, depending on the integrity of the story that they're needed to be integral to. So what I'm saying here, there will be some new characters evolved into this story of Star Wars Episode 9, the 9th episode of the Star Wars franchise. Now, with these characters will come lots of conversations and lines. I'm sure the script is full of lines and words for these characters to say to other characters, which is going to be very detailed and very important when it comes to discussing situations that are occurring in the film. Now, you don't want characters that are new and brought into the movie not to say words, because without words it would be a silent movie, and not yet have we had a silent Star Wars movie. So there definitely will be words spoken by these new characters in Episode 9, the 9th episode in the Star Wars franchise. Now, some of these characters, when they come in, some of them will be good characters. They will work with the light side or the good side of the Force users and the Resistance, but some characters, some of them will be bad characters, and they will be on the side of the First Order and be very bad characters. Now, there will be obviously the existing good characters and the existing bad characters, but these new characters will also be with the good characters and the bad characters, so they can have conversations and create a sense of drama and tension with those old and new characters alike. Now, other characters within the film will still be Rey and Finn and Poe and Luke as a ghost, maybe, potentially, yeah, definitely. Leia, that side of thing, on the good side of things, and these new characters will probably talk to those in this 9th episode of Star Wars, the 9th of the series. And in the other side of things, those characters that are speaking to the bad side, the First Order side, they will definitely have conversations with their peers in the First Order. And they will have discussions of evil and things like that. And there'll be a balance. There'll definitely be a balance. There's always a balance between these good and these evil characters when they join and they talk. And they will also have scenes together as they build towards the climax of the story of this 9th episode, Star Wars Episode 9, the 9th episode in the series. But what's really interesting is these new characters coming into the final of this new final episode of this new trilogy. They will build to a fantastic climax, I'm sure, and there will be more conversations happening later in the film. So some of these characters will be incorporated early into the film, some of them will be incorporated into the middle of the film, but also they'll definitely have a section towards the end of the film where they are getting to the final climax of the movie, because these new characters in this movie, the 9th episode, Star Wars Episode 9, the 9th episode in all of the Star Wars movies, is going to be very important, because of how it ends is how it finishes, and that is really fundamentally important when it comes to the series as a whole, because having an ending that ends the whole thing in a nice way is a great way to end things, because you can't end things without a proper ending, because that wouldn't be an ending, because that would be more of a middle. and definitely not an ending. But this is definitely an ending because it's episode 9, which is the 9th episode of the whole franchise, which is good to know, because what you'll have is this episode and then all new characters coming into this episode to talk and be in the film. So it's very exciting. Maybe they'll go more and refer to some of the Star Wars Legends characters, or maybe they just won't, and maybe they'll make new characters, because shock horror, a Star Wars film with new characters and not having to hark back to the original side of things to give a bit of fan service would be a terrible or a good thing, depending on what side of the fence you sit on. So it could be good that we get new characters that are whole built from the ground upwards, or it could be good that we get characters like Mara Jades and Admiral Thrawns, and characters that are built already with a Legends series brought into this new movie. Either way, they're definitely going to be new characters brought into the movie to discuss things with old characters already established within the movie. Now that's a very exciting thing that I think about this new movie every time, and I think it'll be a great addition and a great way to end the Star Wars so far, before they make another trilogy probably, or more films, or something else that people are going to pay lots of money, are going to pay lots of money to see anyway, whether it's good, whether it's bad, or whether it's Solo, a Star Wars story. No one really knows. So everything hangs in the balance, again, the balance of the light and the dark of these new characters coming in to an old characters, an old franchise, and they're going to have chats, and it's going to be really good. Now, another thing, I managed to get hold of some storyboard from the new movie. One of my friends on set managed to get hold of part of the storyboard, and you are very lucky, because today I am about to share the storyboard with you. It's very, very accurate to how storyboards are, working in the industry as I do, or have done, or knowing about the industry so well as I do, quite clearly. This is definitely accurate, 100%. It's an official storyboard. It's not been put on a piece of paper or a pad at all in the last 5 minutes before this video. It's 100% genuine and accurate. And here you go. Here is the here it is. So you can see that there, I hope. Yep. So there will definitely be a scene between what looks like Kylo Ren and Rey. Yeah, there'll definitely be a scene between Kylo Ren and Rey. It's very exciting. It's going to be good. But yeah, I'm excited. I hope you're excited. Thank you for watching again. Another great episode of Star Wars Episode 9. Again, I do apologise for any spoilers that I may have given you, and you may be really upset that I've given too much away leading into the next fantastic instalment of Star Wars. But anyway, if I have ruined it for you, I do apologise. But keep coming back to me, because as I said before, the only channel that will guarantee you 100% accurate Star Wars information 110% of the time. Thank you very much.